Hello friends, welcome to Geeky Rabbit. In our last session, we started off to see about the logic controllers, and today we will be seeing yet another one, that is the loop controller. Now the loop controller will make the content sampler run as many times as the loop count or forever if the forward checkbox is checked. Let us imagine a scenario in which we need to create 5 entities in a loop using the HTTP request sampler, and each entity name has to be unique. The bad way to go about this is to copy and paste the relevant request 5 times with different names like HTTP request 1, HTTP request 2, and so on. It will work and it will work fine. But what if we need to do it 100 times or maybe 200 times? What if we need to add another parameter to the HTTP request? So code duplication isn't a very good idea by itself here. But instead, it is advisable and better to use a loop controller instead and keep our test as short as possible. So if we add a sampler or logic controller to a loop controller, Jmeter will loop through them a certain number of times in addition to the loop value we have specified for the thread group. For example, if we had one HTTP request to a loop controller with a loop count of 2, and we have configured the thread group loop count to 3, then the Jmeter will send a total of 2 into 3, that is equal to 6 HTTP requests. So let us open a test plan and try to understand this current scenario which we are discussing. So we have made a test plan. This test plan that will send a particular HTTP request only once and will send the other HTTP request 5 times. Let us check that how we can do this. Now just let us open any other blog or any website. So let us go and so this is a particular blog. So now what we want to do is we want to hit the main page of the blog once and then any of the post on it. So this will be our first HTTP request, this one, which we have just now gotten. And the second one is this, when we click on this, any post. So to reproduce this scenario, so here you can see we have added one thread group and renamed it as users. The number of thread is 1 and the loop count is as 1. Then we have added the default HTTP request default, and we have specified the domain name of the site which we want to hit, and also we have given the protocol. So in our first HTTP request, as we have set the defaults, there is no need to give the server name, and the path, as we are hitting the main page, so no need of the path as well. So now before going to the loop counter, let's check the another HTTP request. So now this is the path of the other post, and we have created a HTTP request with the help of this. So the request default has been set, so no need to give the server name and everything. And now we'll check that why we have used a loop count. So in this way we have made the two HTTP requests. We have configured a thread group for a single thread and a loop count value of 1, as you can see it here. Instead of letting the thread group control the looping, we use the loop controller here, and we have set the values to 5. So on after this, doing this, if we run the test plan, so we also added a listener. So when you will run this test plan, the default order of the execution should be blog home page. This will be running 1 time, and this post page will be running 5 times. So now let us check if we can do that, and let's try to run it. So now you can see the blog home page has run once, as we have given the loop count as 1, and this HTTP request is under this thread group, so the loop count is 1, so this will be running once. But this HTTP request is under a loop controller which is having a count of 5, and hence this post page has ran 5 times. You can see it here. So if we can increase this, so now I will be clearing the results, and if we change this loop count to 2, so now this blog homepage will run once and this post page should run twice. So let's try and see. So if we run the test plan, you can see the blog homepage has run once, the HTTP request, and the post page has run twice. So in this way you can control the number of loops. So you can add any logic controller on any HTTP request to this loop controller and run as many times as you want. Okay, so that's all for today regarding the loop controller, and we hope that you have liked it. Tune in to our next video for info regarding another logic controller. So have a nice day and keep learning. Thank you.